Hey, it's Tax Scripts time from TaxMama.com. Today, TaxMama wants to talk to you about your delayed refund. Well, my friends, this has been a remarkably busy year for all tax professionals and the IRS as we have been learning the IRS's interpretation of the full-blown Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and some other provisions. Congress writes a few vague words of law, and then the IRS is faced with having to issue hundreds of pages of explanations. For instance, just the real estate considerations of Section 199A, just those alone, span about 400 pages. Well, first let me give you a little bit of good news. The IRS's efforts to reduce tax identity theft and the related theft of millions of dollars of refunds is actually working. Fewer people are affected by identity theft, and the IRS is resolving those cases in about half of the time as before. The bad news is the effort to prevent refund theft is slowing down your refunds. Who's affected? Primarily people with refundable credits, especially if they file as head of household. The refundable credits are earned income credit, child tax credit, and American Opportunity Credit, and all combined, those could be worth $10,000 in refunds that the IRS gives to people who've never paid into the system. For some people, it's taking months to get your refunds released. This is important. When the IRS sends you a notice about the delay, if they ask you for documents, please reply immediately. You can complain later on, but first, get them the copy of the W-2 and a letter from your employer when they ask for it, or whatever else they are asking for. They're only asking because they don't have your employer's W-2 in the system for some reason. Maybe your employer didn't file electronically and it takes longer to get into the cross-reference system. By not responding, your account gets flagged and turned over for more in-depth investigation, potentially to the IRS Criminal Investigation Team. The IRS figures that real taxpayers are going to respond, but identity thieves using your name, address, and social security number, but their bank account number, won't be getting the letter and won't know that they have to respond to the IRS notice. Now you understand why, when you don't respond to the IRS inquiries about the tax returns you filed, the IRS can't be sure that you were the one that filed that return. So get back to them right away. However, people have told me that they sent in their responses more than 6 weeks ago, still have not gotten their refunds, and in that case, it is time to get the Taxpayer Advocate Service involved. The fastest way to do this is to find your local Taxpayer Advocate's office. I'm giving you a link. You'll get through on their phone lines more quickly than calling the national number. And if you're a tax professional with a power of attorney, the Practitioner Priority Service hotline can help you reach tasks faster. And remember, you can find answers to all kinds of questions about taxes and business issues and EA education free. Where? Where else? At TaxMama.com.